From the time that I was very young to basically probably before I could even remember, I was what was known as stubborn. Now, I would like to think of it as strong-willed, or that I knew what I wanted. My parents would tell a completely different story, though. My mom is actually in attendance, so you can ask her following this. So for those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Amanda Zurkowski. My paying career is as an account manager and business development consultant with Northern Business Solutions here locally. I do spend a huge chunk of my time volunteering with Eastlink Community TV, where I have a show that I am incredibly proud of called Lace 'Em Up that airs once a week from September all the way to May. So a brand new episode every week on Eastlink. I am also the ringside reporter for the Sudbury Wolves, which I've been doing for 4 seasons now. And I think we're just getting started with where that can go. So I am also a executive board member for Inner City Home of Sudbury. I wear a lot of caps. I was supposed to warn you about that, but so this is a little bit of a long list. So I sit on the board for Inner City Home. I am also chair of school council for Walden Public School. I sit on a committee for the Sunshine Foundation Comedy Gala that we bring to the city each and every year. I am a member of 2 committees with the Chamber of Commerce, both on a local and a provincial level, to make sure that I keep a pulse on the business community here. So I'm a little bit busy. Now, I am also mom to 10-year-old boy, Colby, and I am a bonus mom to a 5 and a 7-year-old boy, or boys, Declan and Dexter, who I am raising with my partner, who is sitting over there, and I call him my partner. This is his favorite part because he won't put a ring on it. So, and Mama's getting a little impatient. But I have to give him credit because for all the things that I'm involved in that take me away from the home several nights a week, Jeff is there raising our kids. He's not the most patient person with me at times because I am away so much. But he believes in what I'm doing, and he helps motivate me to get out the door. And I am not going to cry again because I'm not looking at you. But he helps me achieve the goals that I've set for myself. Life wasn't always this way. 5 years ago, I was trapped in a marriage that I had no idea how to get out of. It was volatile at best. I found myself filled with anxiety and depression and feeling like I had to walk on eggshells all the time. It's not at all what I had envisioned for my life. I, however, needed to walk through that season of my life in order to be able to get to where I am today. I feel like if I hadn't have walked through that season of my life, I wouldn't have had my son, who I am forever grateful for each and every day. Okay, I did not cry when I was doing this run through. The day that my marriage ended was probably the happiest day of my life. I felt like I could breathe again. Nobody else understood what was going on around me, including my parents, my family, anybody that was close to me. I don't think they realized how bad it was. I had already gone through the grieving process while I was in my marriage. So the day that it ended, I felt like I was on top of the world. I didn't know what the next chapter was going to look like. There was so much uncertainty because I knew that it was going to be a new norm for me, a new norm for my son, and we had no place to live. We had nothing. I took nothing when I left. I had a laundry basket filled with a little bit of clothes for myself and a little bit of clothes for him. My best friend took me in. I slept on a couch downstairs in the basement for a month. And I would take Colby to school on the weeks that I would have him, and then I would go look for work. Because I worked at home previously. I ran a daycare. So when my marriage ended, the career that I had also chosen ended that day as well. But it was time to take a new walk. And I'm really proud of the fact that I was able to do it. Wasn't easy. Co-parenting is a challenge at best, but it's better than what it was before. And that's what makes me really happy. So following the demise of my marriage, I met someone, and as Marie Kondo says, it sparks joy. But it sparked joy for only a little while because I realized that I was in a relationship with somebody who had severe mental health issues and that was unable and unwilling to go get help. So here I was faced with this situation where I basically became the support system, and yet I had no training. It was overwhelming, exhausting, and as a huge advocate for mental health, I wanted him to get help, but I could not help him. Instead, I bore the brunt end of his words. I was told I wasn't good enough. I wasn't skinny enough. I wasn't able to be loved enough because I wasn't the supermodel type that he felt like he needed. With everything that I went through in my marriage, plus this, I knew I was worth more. I knew I was worth more, so much so that it made walking away so damn easy. Today, because of those words, I have on my foot tattooed, I am enough. Because every single day, I need the reminder sometimes that I am enough. Now it's to the good parts, I can stop crying. Today, I have a successful book of business with Northern Business Solutions. I have earned President's Club within my company as a top salesperson within the company. I have earned RICO Convergence and was the only female in all of Canada to earn that distinction the year that I went. Here I was, me and 11 guys driving exotic race cars in Las Vegas as part of our reward. That day, I drove a Lamborghini like a damn well stole it. What makes me most proud of what I've accomplished is that I've accomplished it in a boys' club. The document management industry is definitely a boys' club. It is not a sexy job by any means, going in and selling photocopiers and document management systems, but I love what I do, and I love what I do because of the people that I work with. I'm looked to as a leader within the industry, not just here locally, but within the entire company. You see, this is something that motivates me and fuels me, especially when it goes against the norm. I've always felt like an equal because, let's face it, men and women do not approach business deals the same way. We just don't. For me, it's all about building a relationship and understanding what these people need, and I'm there to help them. And that's a win every single day in my book. With everything I do for Eastlink, the team is fantastic. And I've always felt like my voice matters. Walking into a media room in a rink, though, yeah, that's not how it goes here. I will sit with scouts, all male scouts in the hockey world, and not a single one of them will talk to me. Why? Because I'm a female. And that's not right. So I am changing that. One game at a time, one thought-provoking interview at a time, I am here to make a difference. Hockey is a world that's dominated by men, and for now, I'm quietly going about my business. But one day, when I'm the general manager of the club and they have to report to me, they're going to listen. Do I currently possess the skill set for that? No, absolutely not. But I'm willing to put in the work. I will get there, I have no doubt. I'm not saying that they're all like this within this industry, but there are a few here in Sudbury that do, chit-chat with me, but everything's on the surface because I'm not where I belong, according to them. In March of this year, I will be launching a podcast all about the OHL. From the research that I have done, there's not a single person within the industry that does what I want to do. There's some guys that are running some podcasts. They talk about who got laid the night before to start the podcast. I want to learn about hockey, and I want to learn about the game. I know there's a marketplace for me. I want people to hear what I have to say and come for an interview with a player and know that they are connecting with someone on a deeper level. They say not to reinvent the wheel, but in this case, I have no choice but to reinvent the wheel. Because if I keep doing the same thing over and over again, like they tell you to, nothing is ever going to change. I have big, lofty goals, and I'm never going to apologize for any of them because I'm going to find my own way.